Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin, and today I have a very special video for you all. We are going to be looking at a lighting kit designed by a company called To LeLightGo, who reached out to me on Instagram a few weeks back asking if I was interested in testing out one of their products. Now, I have never done this before to any of my LEGO sets, so obviously I said yes. Now, the lighting kit we have in front of us is specially made for the LEGO Harry Potter Wizard chest set that just released back in June. You can find the lighting kit up on LeLightGo's website for only $31.99 as of the recording of this video, which is $10 off the list price. But what if I told you that you can get an additional 20% off if you use my promo code JEDI? LeLightGo also has a great range of other lighting kits that we'll talk more about at the end of this video. So getting started with the box, you can tell that this is the classic version of the Wizard chess set. There are two other versions that I believe include a sound box as well as a remote in order to turn off and on the lights that are included, and the sound, I guess, as well. For this product, I got the classic version, which is the cheapest one that we were just talking about. Other than that one sticker up in the corner, that is really the only way to tell what product this is based off. Otherwise, all of the boxes for their products feature this full black look with their logos, as well as their website mentioned at the bottom, which I will link below. Now, to open this up, we don't have any tape, but you can easily just pull out that tab, and you get this very nice storage box, which I might even use separately for something else unless there's extra parts in here, which I'm not sure. As I said, this is my first time trying out one of these. Now, our first bag in here features the battery box, which I did end up bringing 3 AA batteries, which are not included in here in order to make this work. We get the USB connection where we connect the USB, which also connects to this, where we connect the lights that we get in its own separate bag, which you might also notice that we have the stud with the hole in the center being used here, which I'm very happy that they actually include duplicates of that, which you put in place, I believe, for the ones that are actually included in the set. Now, the first thing that I wanted to do to get us started is test out the lights. In order to do that, you just gotta slide open the battery box to reveal the place where you want to put in those AA batteries. Now, one thing that I just ran into as a small problem is on their website they actually mentioned that you need 3 AA batteries, but you actually need 3 AAA batteries in order to actually make this work. And then you can slide that right back in. Make sure that it snaps into place. It also looks like there's a place where you're supposed to put a screw, but I don't think you're supposed to do that, and it's just nice and easy, slide in, slide out. And then you can see that we have the on-off switch right there. You can turn it on and turn it off, so then the USB area works. Opening up the next bag, we have our USB connection. This plugs in right over here in order to make everything work. And then we also have our wire, which this you have to be very, very careful with. Remember that slow and steady wins the race. These wires are very thin, so you have to be very careful when installing them within the model. Now, we do have an area that you actually plug it in to right there, which I'm going to do most of this off screen just because it's very delicate work. And you can also see on here that there are little teeny tiny flaps, which again, this is just crazy how small this stuff is. You can just get a closer look right there at what's going on. You just open up these little flaps, which you can actually completely remove in order to plug in the lights. One more thing I might as well note about how these are packaged is that I would probably like to see these packaged in something a little bit bigger, because it is hard to actually get them out and I don't want to break any of these wires. Now, having taken out all of the LED lights, we have a total of 8 strands of wires. Each of these feature, it looks like 2 studs a piece. These all connect to this, which ends up connecting to this, that connects to the battery pack. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do when it comes to setting this all up is untangling all the wires, making sure everything is all good, plugging them in to here and into the battery pack to make sure that all of the lights work. One more thing I thought I'd mention is how you get the instructions. Now, all of the instructions for all of LeLightGo's lighting kits can be found on their website. I'm on a mobile version, so I'm gonna have to use that drop-down menu. You use the user guide, and from there you can learn a little bit more about how you can actually set this all up, showing that I probably need to straighten these up a little bit more, which again, you can use tweezers as it says right there. Can continue right down, and it shows how you can install these in between the studs and everything, and how you set up some of the other stuff that you can get within other versions of their lighting kits. And then at the very bottom we have a list of set numbers and some names here and there. And the one that we're looking for, I actually already have all the way up here. We have the Wizard Chest set, and it shows all of the stuff that you get and how you can install it into the model, which hopefully I don't have any trouble doing this, which I will be probably doing most of this off camera and then showing the final results. As I said before, you get 6 pages, and then at the very bottom it shows some of the other versions that you can get, the RC version, installing the RC module, which includes the sound kit and all of that, which I'm very interested to see what that would be like, so maybe I'll get lucky and they'll send me one of those. Would be very nice if they're watching this. I'd love to try that out, in addition to the lights, and see how it all works together, and would make another very nice video in my opinion. After an hour of hard work, it's finally time to turn on the lights. Now, since my phone doesn't hold quality when recording in the dark, I prepared some pictures to share as well. First off, I love how this turned out, and I feel like adding the lights really makes a difference in terms of how I feel about this set. Total of 16 lights used for all the flames. You do get a little bit of lights going on in the golden pieces. Now, first thing that I wanted to say is that it is a little hard to get some of these wires tucked in, but I did the best that I can. I think the coloring works very well. It is also a little hard to make sure that the lights are actually facing the correct way underneath the studded areas. But overall, the final result is exactly what I was expecting, and I feel that the lights really add that extra feature that the set was missing. I think it makes the value of this set go up. If you want to do anything to spice this set up, I think that this is the best decision for you to actually light up this set, and it actually is accurate to the source material when you have all these flames lining up, and it just looks really great in the dark. And speaking of seeing stuff in the dark, I'm gonna place all of our chest pieces so we can see how they look lit up by the candles. Now, when you install the lights into the set, you do have to note where the lights are actually poking up, because there are 2 sides, one side that has the light and one side that does not have the light, and it will bounce around as you're trying to adjust it within the set. Another really interesting thing when it comes to the design choice of adding the lights from the corner is that we changed the original design from the set, where we use a bunch of these stamp pieces in gold, and we change them all to match the other lights that we see across the rest of the board, using just the 2 studs with the hole in the center. Flipping over the chessboard so we can take a look at all of the stuff going on down here, you can see that I run the wires from each of the sides. You get 1 wire, and then I've also done something that they don't show in the instructions, but I thought would make it a lot easier just for keeping everything in line underneath the board. But I ran the wires underneath these support pieces which run along with those plate pieces that help with the tiles that you see above on the board. So there's just a quick look at what the bottom should look like. Again, if you guys are interested in seeing a more detailed look at this set, you guys can of course check out my review on it. But you can see from the very center we have our strip that includes all the little sockets that you plug in all the lights to, which we also get this red and black one that leads to the battery box, which is separate but does not actually fit underneath the board. So that's one thing that I did want to note, that it does not fit underneath the board. You'll have to hide it somewhere else, which honestly I don't see being too much of a problem. If you are trying to include this as part of a Hogwarts layout, I would recommend probably building something around it to fit in with other sets like the Fluffy Encounter or maybe even the Final Challenge if you make your own. Before I end this video, as promised, I thought we'd take a look at some of the different products available from To LeLightGo. Obviously, we're going to start with Harry Potter, where we have lighting kits for most of the 2018 through 2021 sets, along with 2 sets released in 2010. Now, I just have to say how I love the one for the Burrow. It looks really great. That set is already a 10 out of 10 in my books, but this would make it even better. They also have kits for many Star Wars sets, ranging from regular to UCS sets. One lighting kit from them that looks absolutely phenomenal in my opinion is for the recent Elsa's Ice Castle D2C, which I don't own in my collection, but when I saw it on their website, it's definitely one of the few standouts. They also have one for the Friends apartment, which looks great. Still have to build that one, by the way. Lots of lighting kits for many different themes, sets big and small, old and new. Take a look around their site, linked in the description below. There's something for everyone. Thank you again to To LeLightGo for sending me this lighting kit for free. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I totally recommend it to those of you who are looking to spice up the Wizard chess set. Not only was this originally a really great display piece, but I think the lights have really made it pop and made it something that I'll be proud of to share on display. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this lighting kit. Also, don't forget to use my promo code JEDI to get 20% off your order from To LeLightGo's website, linked in the description below. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!